بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا وحبيبنا مولانا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وأصحابه وبارك وسلم. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا الله علمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك آمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيف حالكم؟ Alhamdulillah. It feels like we haven't been here for a while. Alhamdulillah. It has been a while. 1 week is too much, eh? Alhamdulillah. Okay, we're going to start off quickly. Can you hear me? There seems to be a lot of echo today. We're going to start off, inshallah, with the handout on the morning and evening du'as. So I think for the next few weeks, we're going to start just the first few minutes with the morning and evening du'as, inshallah. I'll speak about this more in the nasihah, but I'll speak about this more in the nasihah, but basically this is a collection of prayers, du'as, adhkar as made by the Prophet ﷺ every morning and every evening. I think most of these I extracted from a kitab called Al-Adhkar by Imam An-Nawawi rahimahullah. Imam Nawawi. You know Nawawi? You'd heard Nawawi before. He writes the Arba'een, he writes Riyadh al-Salihin. He also writes a book called Al-Adhkar. So this is an extract from some of the morning and evening du'as. With each of these, they also have an associated virtue or benefit attached to them that is by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So bismillah, we'll just go for the translation first of just maybe 2 for today. So the first dua that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to make in the morning, on the sheet here, he used to make many in the morning. But the first one on the sheet here is A'udhu bi kalimatillahi tammati min sharri ma khalaq. So A'udhu means what? A'udhu means what? I seek refuge, I seek protection. A'udhu. So here we are saying in the morning, A'udhu, I seek refuge, bi, in kalimatillah. Kalimat. When you see ati, what do you think of? Kalimati. What do you think of using ati? You think of the female plural, because one word is called kalimah. Remember kalimatun. What are 2 words called? If one word is kalimatun, what are 2 words? Are you still warming up? Ani aini didn't change since last week. Still the same. Ani aini. So if kalimatun is 1 word, 2 words are kalimatani or kalimataini. Still the same. And the plural here is the female plural. So kalimat, kalimatun, kalimatin, kalimatillah. So I seek refuge. A'udhu. I seek refuge. Be in or with or by kalimatillah, the kalimat, the words of Allah. What type of words? At-tammat. Tammat means complete and perfect. It's describing the kalimat. The complete and perfect words of Allah. So you're taking a refuge what? In Allah's words. In His speech. What you're taking a refuge? You're taking a refuge in Allah's words from what? Min, from sharri ma khalaq, from sharri. There's no the there, but there is an implied the there. From the evil ma, of that which khalaqa, that He has created. Because we know that everything comes from Allah. So, a'udhu bi kalimat. Let's read it once together, inshallah. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. Now you see there's a number 1 there. So if you go to the bottom, there will be a number 1 in the footnote. Just more for me, not for you really, because all in Arabic. But the Prophet ﷺ says that if you read this in the morning or in the evening, lam yadurrahu shay'un. Lam will not yadurrahu, will not harm him. What will not harm him? Shay'un, anything. Nothing will harm this person. So the Prophet Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is teaching us what? That in the morning, as you normally take means of protection. What protection do you take in the morning? When you leave your house, you normally lock your door. You leave your door wide open. You close the gates, you put on the alarm, you lock your car, you drop your kids and put on a seat belt. You take means of protection in the morning. The ultimate means is to take protection by Allah. That's the ultimate means. So this is the most important things. You can't actually live without this. Is that waking up in the morning and saying A'udhu bi kalimatillahi tammati min sharri ma khalaq. It is a prophetic practice. And besides that, the Prophet ﷺ is telling you, if you just say this in the morning, nothing is going to harm you for that day. So it's an important dua. Number 2, inshallah. Bismillah. Bismillah means in Allah. Alladhi, the one that la yadurru. What does durru mean again now? Darra yadurru, to harm. La yadurru. So you're saying you're beginning this dua in Allah's name. Bismillah. In Allah's name. In the name of Allah. Alladhi, the one that la yadurru, does not harm, ma'a, with, ismihi, with his name. What does not harm? Shay'un, anything. So let me pause there. What this means is that you are saying Bismillah, comma, in the name of Allah. Which name is this? That which, when you take it, when you take his name, la yadurru shay'un, nothing will cause harm. Are you with me? Bismillah, in the name of Allah, alladhi, the one that la yadurru, will not cause harm, ma'a ismihi, with his name, shay'un, anything, fil ardi, in the earth. Nothing in the land, nothing in the earth could cause harm. Wala fis sama, and nothing in the heavens could cause harm when you take Allah's name. When you take Allah's name. Wa huwa, and He, Allah, is as-sami'u, He is the one that is all hearing. Al-alimu, He is all knowledgeable. So if you read it, you will read it like this. Bismillahilladhi la yadurru. And normally don't say the ma'a ismihi. You normally say ma'asmihi, because that alif is not normally pronounced. Ma'asmihi. Shay'un fil ardi wala fis sama'i wa huwa as-sami'ul alim. Let's read that one together. Bismillahilladhi la yadurru ma'asmihi shay'un fil ardi wala fis sama'i wa huwa as-sami'ul alim. So go to number 2 at the bottom there. Again says at the bottom there, lam yadurrahu shay'un. That the Prophet ﷺ is saying, whoever reads this in the morning and the evening, lam yadurrahu, will not cause harm to him, shay'un, anything. Another riwayat says, lam tusibhu faj'atu bala'in. Lam tusibhu, will not afflict him, will not strike him or her. Faj'atu bala'in. Faj'a means sudden, bala, calamity. Like an accident or someone, whatever, some sudden calamity. So it's a protection against a sudden calamity. So inshallah every lesson we'll do 1 or 2 until we finish the whole sheet. And also you find I put the virtue also in brackets in English next to it, because when you make the dua in the morning, you should bring the meaning to mind. You should also bring the virtue to mind, inshallah. Okay, we'll read it collectively later on, inshallah. Let's carry on with some Nahw now. Let me just say you had a bit of homework to do. You had worksheet 1.18, 1.18. I'm not going to go through the answers because we've given you an answer sheet. So your homework is to mark your homework, inshallah. If you didn't do your homework is to do your homework and then mark your homework, inshallah. So 1.18 just summarizes jind. Summarizes jind. But we're going to move today, new lesson, inshallah. Everybody okay? Take a nice deep breath. Nice deep breath. Refresh the brains, inshallah. You ready for this? Because you finished base camp now, eh? So the air gets thinner as you go up now. Today, inshallah, we start sentences. Sentences. You with me? Sentences. So if I ask you, first of all, what is a sentence? What is a sentence? It's what? A group of words that make sense. Okay. What does that mean? If I say the tall boy, is that a sentence? The tall boy. Is that a sentence? And if I say the boy is tall, is that a sentence? The boy is tall. So if I say the tall boy, why isn't that a sentence? Someone comes to Assalamu alaikum, the tall boy. Why isn't that a sentence? Because the meaning is incomplete. The meaning is incomplete. In other words, one of the markers of a sentence, one of the markers, the signs of a sentence is that you can be quiet afterwards. You can say it and then you can stop speaking. You can say Assalamu alaikum, the boy is tall. Make sense? With the statement, the boy is tall. But if I say Assalamu alaikum, the tall boy, what are you going to say? The tall boy what? You understand? It's an incomplete expression. So a sentence, a group of words that make complete sense. Okay. So in Arabic is nice and simple and easy. There are only two types of sentences. Can you imagine the whole Quran is only two types of sentences? Number one, number two, finished. So you finish one and two, then you finish Arabic, you can read the whole Quran. Number one is going to be a noun-based sentence. Now what is the word okay, let's go back. And the second one is going to be, let's get on inshallah. The second one is going to be a verb-based sentence. A noun-based sentence and a verb-based sentence. Okay. Okay, so a noun-based sentence and a verb-based sentence. So first of all, easy, let's go through the terms first. A sentence is called al-jumla. Al-jumla is called sentence. So what's a sentence called? Al-jumla. A noun in Arabic? Ism. And a verb? Fi'al. So if you look at the noun-based sentence, it's called al-jumlatul ismiyya. Let's all say together. What do you think al-jumlatul ismiyya means? Jumla means what? Sentence. Ismiyya means what? Noun. So it's a noun sentence, a noun-based sentence. What do you think a verb-based sentence will be called? Al-jumlatul fi'liyya. So let's name the two types of sentences. Number one, al-jumlatul ismiyya, al-jumlatul fi'liyya. All together? Can we say it like you're awake almost? Al-jumlatul ismiyya, al-jumlatul fi'liyya. Ismiyya and fi'liyya. This week, inshallah, we're dealing with fi'liyya. So every sentence is ismiyya or fi'liyya. Ism based or verb based. Ism based or fi'l based. Okay. So you look at that picture. We're just going to go into a sentence quickly. The man on top there, called the man. The man at the bottom there, okay, can't see it so nicely, but then the red there, that's the man. The one at the bottom there is called the student. What is the man doing to the student? It's a helped. So a simple sentence is, the man helped the student. How many parts do we have in that sentence? How many parts do we have in a sentence? 3 parts. What are the 3 parts? Okay, there's a verb. Which one of those words are the verb? Helped. The doing word, the verb, it's a verb-based sentence. Helped is the verb. That's one part. Which other parts do we have? We have the doer. Who is doing the action? The man. So the doer or the subject, who's doing the action? The man. So part number 1 is the verb is there. Part number 2 at the beginning there is the one who is doing the action. We're going to call it the doer or the subject. The doer. What's the third part? The done upon. The one that the verb is being done to. So who is the verb being done to? The student. That's called the done upon or the object. Okay, so you're with me? So there's a verb, helped, and then there's a doer, someone who's doing it, the subject, and then there's someone who the action is being done to. That. Just grab it quickly in your mind. 3 parts. Every sentence, 3 parts. The verb, what's the action? Who's doing the action? And who's the action being done? Done? Okay, let's go number 1 inshallah. Number one is the boy ate his lunch. The boy ate his lunch. First of all, where is the verb? The boy ate is the verb. Ate is the verb, the doing word. Where is the doer or the subject? The boy is the one who is the doer, who is the subject. Done upon his lunch. I want you to just tune into the 3 parts. Because when I step over to Arabic, you must still see the 3 parts. You with me? It might seem like this is very super simple. Why am I doing this? I'm just giving you a way of looking at the sentence through a lens. What's the lens? Verb. What is the action? Next question is who is doing the action and who is the action being done to. You must see that lens all the time. We're going to step into Arabic now, inshallah. Next one. The girl is helping the boy. Where is the verb? The is helping part. Is helping is the verb. Where is the doer? The girl. And who is done upon? The boy. So we see the 3 parts. The boy is in the wrong color. Should be green there. Not red. Because it's been done to the boy. Next one. Ahmad drank his coffee quickly. So where's the verb? Drank. Where's the doer or the subject? Ahmad's doing the action, he's the doer. Ahmad is going to be in red. And where's it done upon? His coffee. What about the quickly? All the other stuff we're just going to call detail for now. Detail. Other details. Ahmad drank his coffee quickly this morning before Fajr with 2 sugars. That's all detail. We're just looking for verb, doer. There's other stuff in the sentence, yes, that we call it details for now. Okay. Okay. Now I want you to find your group members, whoever's left of them, and form a group, inshallah. About say 4 to 6 people. Make your groups first, inshallah. Make your groups. Tutors, can you just make sure everybody has a group? No one must know. We don't want any pairs. Find your groups, inshallah. Okay. Now you're going to take out worksheet 2.1 from this morning. Worksheet 2, not from this morning, from last week. 2.1. If you don't have it from last week, it should be on the tables. But last week we handed out 2.1. Not last week, the week before. Worksheet 2.1. Point 1 is simple. What you must do is, when you come across a verb, you put 2 lines beneath it, double underline it. When you come across a doer, you circle it. And when you come across a done upon, a single underline, inshallah. So work through worksheet 2.1. You must identify the verb, the doer, and the done upon. Tutors, inshallah, if you could just walk around and check if the students are okay, inshallah. Okay, let's mark, inshallah. You must still do the Arabic also, it's only English now. Inshallah. Let's go through quickly, inshallah. Number 2, Fatima helped Aisha yesterday. Fatima helped Aisha yesterday. Where's the verb? We are number 2. Where's the verb? Helped. Who's doing it? Fatima. Who's being done to? Aisha. So Aisha is going to be done upon. How about yesterday? Detail. Just detail. I'm telling you when it happened. That's just detail. Next one, number 3. The student helped the girl. Where's the verb? Helped. Helped is the verb. When you come across the verb, the first question I'm going to ask is, who did the verb? The student did the verb. Who was the verb done to? The girl. There's the 3 parts. Verb, doer, done upon. Next one. The boy ate the apple. Where's the verb? Ate. Who did the verb? The boy. The doer is the boy. What's it done upon? The apple. The action was done to the apple. Next one. The 2 students helped the teachers with the projector. So where's the verb? Helped is the verb. Who helped? The 2 students are is the doer. What's it done upon? The teachers. With the projector, just extra information. Next one. I did not do my homework due to laziness. Can you imagine? I did not do my homework due to laziness. Where is the verb? What's the verb there? Did not do. Because only do is a verb, but there's a negative one. Did not do. Did not do is going to be the verb. Who did not do the where's the doer? I. And where's the done upon? Homework, my homework is the done upon. Due to laziness, this is extra information, detail, why I didn't do your homework. Next one. She knows the scales very well. Where's the doer, verb? Nose. Where's the doer? She. Where's the done upon? The scales. Very well. Just extra detail. Next one. I love homework. I'm trying affirmations here. I don't know if you can see it. Subtle. You know that guy that subtle affirmations, as you know, just read through this. I love homework, you know, taking away the excuses, inshallah. We try all means, inshallah. So I love homework. Where is the verb? Love. Where is the doer? I. And where is done upon? Homework. Next one. My friends ate lunch this afternoon. Where's the verb? Ate. Who's doing it? My friends. Done upon? Lunch. This afternoon is detail. It's telling you when it happened. Next one. Some people are confused about this one. The path of the believer calls to paradise. Where is the verb? Calls. Calls. So who is calling? So some are confused. Is it the believer calling or is it the path calling? Who's calling? Is it the path calling or the believer calling? So it's definitely not the believer calling. It's not the believer. We're not saying the believer calls to paradise. We're saying the path calls to paradise. The of the believer is obviously linked to the path. So you can say the doer is the path of the believer. That's fine. Or the path itself alone is fine. But it's not the believer calling to paradise. You with me? It's not the believer calling to paradise. The path is calling to paradise. You can add of the believer as part of the doer. Sometimes the doer is going to be not a human being. You with me? No. Like if I say the pen fell. Where's the verb? Fell. Where's the doer? The pen is doing the falling. So it's not always a person. So the path of the believer is going to be the doer. Or just the path, doesn't matter. Calls is the verb. To paradise, you can say it's almost like a done upon. That's fine. Next one. Sakina wrote on the board quickly. Where's the verb? Wrote. Where's the doer? Sakina, done upon. On the board, sort of. Quickly. Detail. Next one, last one. I need the help of my friend due to absence. Where's the verb? Need. So some of you saw help, and you saw help is normally a verb. Help is often a verb, but verbs can also be used as nouns. Like if I say run, is run a verb? Or running. But if I say running is good for you, then that running there is actually a noun. Anyway, I need the help. The verb here is need. The verb here is need. Need is the verb. Who needs? I is the doer. What do I need? The help. The help. You can add of my friend if you want to, is fine. The help or the help of my friend, that's fine. That's going to be the done upon. Due to absence is more detail. You with me? Okay, I just want you to see those three parts. See those three parts. Now you're going to go to worksheet 2.1. Or not 2.1, 2.2. Okay, let's read the instructions inshallah. Sheet 2.2 says, study the examples below. So what you'll find below is that we have 7 examples with answers. In other words, we have the Arabic and we have the English. So it says study those examples. In other words, study the 7 examples below and deduce, which means work out for yourself based on the examples, the rule for identifying who is the doer and of the sentence and who is the done upon. Once you work out the rule, then you yourself can translate the bottom 3. I'll give you a clue. The verb is always at the beginning there. Nasara, nasara, daraba, and so on. That's all the verbs. So look at those examples and you work out the pattern. What do you notice about the doer? What do you notice about the done upon? When you find the pattern, apply the pattern to the last 3 and translate, inshallah. In your groups, bismillah. Group work again. Okay, Bismillah, let's go through the answers inshallah. I think most of you are close to finish, if not finished already. So what's the rule? What's the rule? In other words, what's the pattern that you found within those 7 examples with regard to identifying the doer and identifying the done upon? You should have all found the same pattern. What did you find? The doer is in what? The doer is always in what hal? Raf'un. And done upon is in which hal? Nasbun. So what's different between this and English? Is there raf and nasb in English as well? So if there's no raf and nasb in English, how do you identify the doer in English? And so in Arabic you're saying is raf'un is the doer and nasbun is done upon. But now in English there's no raf and nasb, so how do you identify the doer and done upon in English? Like if I say the man helped the boy, I don't say the man who helped the boy, yeah? Raf and nasb. How do you know? So it's based on sequence, word order. In English what happens is the verb is active, you must put the doer first and you must put the done upon second. In Arabic we don't even worry about any of those things. We put anything anywhere because we worry about hal. What is the hal? So let's go through some of the answers inshallah. Let's go to the questions first of all. Nasara, number 1, al-mudarrisu at-taliba. Let's read together. Nasara al-mudarrisu at-taliba. So nasara means what? Helped. Okay, so now I know in Sarf you learn he helped, but here in Nahw we're going to say helped. Okay, later on I'll tell you the difference inshallah. But the truth is nasara sometimes means he helped and sometimes just means helped. You with me? In other words, if you have nasara on its own, it means he helped. That's why in Sarf you say he helped, because nasara on its own means he helped. But if it comes in a sentence with other things, if the doer is mentioned, you don't say he helped, you say al-mudarris, the teacher helped. Okay, so for now just nasara and all the verbs in Nahw, it can mean he helped or it can mean helped. So nasara here means helped. Who helped? Who helped? Answer is there. The teacher helped. So you can see the teacher is in which hal? Raf'un. And who did the teacher help? At-taliba, which is nasbun. If you look at the second sentence, it reads what? Nasara altogether. Nasara al-mudarrisa at-talibu. Can you see the word order is exactly the same? What changed? The hal changed. Which one is raf'un? At-talibu. So nasara means help. So who helped this time? The student helped. Who did the student help? The teacher. So we don't rely on sequence. That's like one of the mind shifts when you come to Arabic, is you don't rely on sequence, you rely on hal. Because I could say al-mudarrisa nasara al-talibu. I could say al-talibu nasara al-mudarrisa. I could say nasara al-talibu al-mudarrisa. I could say nasara al-mudarrisa al-talibu. You can say it any way you want to. Because we're not looking at sequence, we're looking at hal. So you see the raf'un, you found the doer. Number 3. Not daraba, nasara, it's a mistake there. Nasara al-waladu al-rajula. Nasara, altogether. Nasara al-waladu al-rajula. Nasara means helped. Who helped? The boy helped, because it's raf'un. The boy helped who? The man. Number 4, altogether. Nasara al-walada al-rajulu. Who helped this time? The man helped who? The man helped the boy, because the man is raf'un and the boy is nasbun. Number 5, altogether. Nasara waladun al-muslimina. So who did the helping now? A boy or the boy? Waladun, a boy. A boy helped. Who did he help? The Muslim or the two Muslims or the many Muslims? The many Muslims, the Muslims. A boy helped the Muslims. And you can see that Ina there. You remember Ina? From back in the day? Remember Ina? Jam'un mudhakkarun salimun, male plural. Una, Ina. What do you say? Ina is either nasbun or jarrun. But now you can see definitely it's not jarrun. It must be nasbun. Why? Because the done upon is always nasbun. So at Ina you can definitely say that Muslimina is nasbun. Because it's the done upon. The thing you do the action to is always nasb. Next one, all together. Nasara al-walada al-muslimuna. Nasara means helped. Which of those two words in Raf'un? Muslimuna, same friend. Una, Ina. Una is Raf'un, Muslimuna. Translation, the Muslims helped the boy. Number 7, Nasara al-muslimuna waladan. Nasara means helped. Who helped? The Muslims helped a boy. A boy. Can you see in number 7 why we can't say Nasara means he helped? It doesn't make sense if you say he helped. It doesn't make sense. So when the doer is mentioned, you don't say he, you just say helped. Okay, this is the 4 you have to do on your own. Read number 8 together. Nasara al-talibu al-muslima. Nasara means help. Translation? The student helped the Muslim. The student helped the Muslim. Number 9. Nasara al-taliba muslimun. Translation? A Muslim helped the student. The Muslim is in Raf'un, therefore it's a doer. A Muslim, no al. A Muslim helped the student. Number 10, read together. Nasara at-talibani al-muslimaini. Now you must think there's ani and aini. What's ani and aini again? Ani, aini is dual, remember? 2. Ani, aini is dual. Which one is raf'un? Ani. Which one is nasbun? Aini. So translate for me. The two students helped the two Muslims. Muslimaini. Remember, two Muslims. The two students helped the two Muslims. Last one. Let's read together. Nasara at-talibaini al-muslimuna. Who helped? The Muslims are in Raf'un, Talibain is Nasbun. So translation? The Muslims helped the two students. Okay. Let me summarize the lesson quickly and give you the terms. Was it easy enough? Is it okay? You taught yourself now, Nahw, mashallah. Many of the lessons now you'll be yourself teaching yourself the rules like you did now. You'll see the pattern and deduce the pattern, inshallah. Okay, bismillah. I think the tutors can move to the second year, inshallah. Look at the sentence on the screen. Nasara al-muslimu taliba. Which one is the verb? Nasara. What does Nasara mean? Yeah, it means helped. Who helped? Did the Muslim help or the student help? How do you know the Muslim helped? Because it is in Raf'un, there's a U, it is in Raf'un. How do you know the Muslim helped the student? Because there's an A and it's Nasbun. Okay. The Muslim helped the student. Are you all fine so far? You with me? Here's the moment. There's a moment in the lesson, this is the moment. We are just going to give the doer an Arabic name. Okay, that's all we're going to do now. And we're going to give the done upon an Arabic name. Nothing's going to change. We're just not going to say doer and done upon. We're going to give it Arabic names. So the Arabic name for a doer is fa'il. So say it again. Fa'il again. What does fa'il mean? Doer or subject. So if I ask you in the sentence, where is the fa'il? What will you say? Al-Muslimu is the fa'il. Because fa'il means doer. And in the done upon, it's called maf'ulun bihi. Let's all say it together. Again. Say it from memory. Let's say the two. Fa'il and maf'ulun bihi. Fa'il maf'ulun bihi. Again. One more time. Where is the maf'ulun bihi in the sentence? Al-Taliba. What is al-Muslimu in the sentence? It is the fa'il. What is al-Taliba in the sentence? Altogether? Maf'ulun bihi. All I did now is I just gave the label. The doer is called fa'il. Next question. What hal will the doer always be in? The doer will always be in raf'un. All the time. 100% of the time, every fa'il, every doer will be in raf'un. What hal will the maf'ulun bihi be in? In nasbun. Okay. That's the lesson. On the screen is the lesson today. In a verbal sentence. Okay, actually reverse. You know how you see a verbal sentence in Arabic? Because I said there's two. There's a ism sentence and there's a fi'l sentence. How do you know when it's a jumla fi'liya? Simple rule. When you see a verb, it's a verbal sentence. Are you with me? Even if it's second, if you see a verb, it's a verbal sentence. Okay. Isms will come inshallah. Ism is a sentence without the verb. But when you see a verb, it's a verbal sentence. Okay. When you see a verb, it's a verbal sentence. And usually the verb will be at the beginning. Usually. Not always, but usually. Okay. So here's some notes inshallah. A verb-based sentence occurs when is a verb. Whenever you see a verb, fa'ala, yaf'alu, fu'ila, yuf'alu, daraba, duriba, nusira. Whenever you see a verb, it's a verb-based sentence. Simple lesson. The verb always has a doer, and the doer is in raf'un. And it's called what? Fa'il. And it often has a done upon, and that's called maf'ulun bihi. Okay. Sequence. Okay, I want to do this now, inshallah, we'll do the recap. Your homework, what's the time now? Your homework is worksheet 3 is your homework. Let's go through it quickly. Again, you must do a homework to consolidate the work. I know you understand the concepts, but it's not about understanding the concepts, it's about proficiency and efficiency in processing it. It's not about knowing fa'il is raf and maf'ul is nasb, it's about seeing it in the text quickly. It's like reading Nasr al-Mudarris al-Talibu and translating it fast. You with me? So you must practice the mechanism. And when it gets faster and faster, because the Quran you read fast, you must see it quickly. You with me? So very simple, what you must do here is, number one, above the nouns, above the isms, indicate whether the word is raf'un, nasbun or jarrun. For example, the first one says nasara, it's not a verb. Al-mudarrisu is a ism. So what hal is al-mudarrisu in? Raf'un, so I put a R. What hal is at-taliba in? Nasbun, so I put an in. That's what you must do. That's the first number one. Number two is next to the symbol, the R or the N or the J, if there is a J, indicate whether the word is fa'ilun or maf'ulun. So you indicate above the word whether it's fa'il or maf'ul. And the last thing you do is you translate the sentence. That's for homework. Worksheet 2.4 from this morning's handout. Worksheet 2.4 has a number of English sentences. I don't want you to translate the whole sentence. All I want you to do is to translate the underlined word into Arabic. I just want you to translate the underlined word into Arabic. So leave the instructions for now. Just go to number 1 quickly. Muslim is a Muslim. And the first one has a mistake. Interesting. No. So do me a favor. For number A, just put an S there. The Muslims. Put an S there. The Muslims heard. The Muslims heard. Okay, not the Muslim, the Muslims heard. So all I want you to do is to translate the underlined word. So which word is underlined? The Muslims. We are number A, 2.4, worksheet 2.4, number A. Which one is underlined? The Muslims. So first of all, where's the verb? Heard. Who did the action? The Muslims. So when I translate Muslims, when I put Muslims into Arabic, must it be Raf or Nasbun? The Muslims heard, the Muslims did the action. They are the doer. So when I do it in Arabic, must I do Raf'un or Nasbun? Raf'un. And is it one Muslim or two or many? Many. Is it a Muslim or the Muslim? The Muslims. So I must write Al-Muslimuna. You with me? Let's do number B. I saw a Muslim. Where's the verb? So is the verb. Who is the doer? I. Who is done upon? A Muslim. I only want you to translate the underlined word. So what's the underlined word? A Muslim. So what do you write there? Write in Arabic there. Al-Muslimu, Al-Musliman, Al-Muslimain, Al-Muslimuna, Al-Muslimina, Al-Muslimaini. What do you write there? What do you write there? Or you make it Raf or Nasb? Nasbun. Good. Or you make it single, dual or plural? Single. Muslim. Or you make definite or indefinite? Indefinite. So what you can come up with? A Musliman. Not a Muslim Frau. Muslim man. Okay, so I saw a Muslim man. So you write there in there Muslim man. Okay. Take 2 minutes inshallah in your group, just finish the Muslim part. Finish C, D and E to make sure you understand the homework inshallah. Finish C, D and E to make sure you understand the homework. Okay, let's go through the answers quickly and then we'll have some nasiha inshallah. Number C, the two Muslims helped the girl. The two Muslims helped the girl, so the verb is helped. Who did the action? Are you with me? Number C, who did the action? The two Muslims. So the two Muslims are the doer. The doer. What's again? What's doer in Arabic? Altogether, fa'il. Fa'il. So how am I going to translate the two Muslims? In which hal will I put it? Raf'un. So what's two Muslims in Raf'un? Muslimani and Nasbun? Muslimain. So I'm going to use Muslimani or Muslimaini? Muslimani. But is two Muslims or the two Muslims? So it's going to be what? Al-Muslimani. Good. Number D. Zainab helped the Muslims. Is the Muslims in number D the fa'il or the maf'ulun bihi? It's the maf'ulun bihi, so the Muslims must be in which hal? Must be in nasbun. How do I put Muslims in nasbun? Al-Muslimina. Al-Muslimina. Last one, the Muslims helped Zaid. Is the Muslims for number E, is the Muslims fa'il or maf'ulun bihi? Fa'il, so it will translate as what? Al-Muslimuna. Okay, your homework is to finish the rest of this worksheet, to finish 2.3. I again emphasize you must do homework not to understand the work, but to gain competence in the work. I know many of you understand it very easily, very quickly. I could have walked in and say fa'il, raf, maf'ulun bi, nas, finished. That's not the point. The point is not knowing fa'il is raf and maf'ulun bi is nas. The blessed life of the believer.